What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and in today's video I want to talk about how to speed up the spiritual awakening process, how to maneuver it much quicker in order to align you on your life path. Let's get started. The spiritual awakening process can be filled with many ups and many downs. At certain times you're going to be feeling high as a kite. You're going to be feeling those high vibrations. You're going to be feeling that love, joy, and bliss, that excitement as far as what's coming up. And other times it's going to feel you leaving really down, really sad. Why? Because you're doing this purging simultaneously. You're letting go of past painful experiences that has had control over you for, it could be years and it could possibly be decades. But throughout the entire process, for myself, what I have found that has helped the absolute most is letting go of any type of resistance. Literally surrendering to source. Surrendering to the process. Surrendering each and every single time something comes up, just like the purging stage. I'm going to be honest with you, I welcomed the purging stage, as painful as it was to physically purge these out. I welcomed it because I could see, I could tell that that was going to be the answer for me. I could tell that that was what's going to start allowing myself to truly discover who I am, who the authentic person is. And it's especially once I started to realize that certain past painful experiences, the control that they had over me, and this isn't just a matter over a short period of time, this is literally over a decade. This is literally what molded me into a certain type of man, which was the complete opposite of who I am today. It was all those self-limited beliefs, those false beliefs brought onto me by my family, my friends, society, this educational system, and especially experiences as a child that literally put me on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I should have been over here, but I was completely over there. And that's what caused my spiritual awakening. Therefore, during the healing process, I invited it. I didn't resist. I just surrendered to the process. Because the truth of the matter is, for the first while during your spiritual awakening, as much as you think you're in control, you're not. You're only in control as far as how much do you want to resist what is being presented to you, how much you want to resist what is coming up, what is being shown, what must be released. And once you're able to do this, it does become a lonely place at times, because you're going to notice people are going to drop like dead flies. You're going to have certain situations and individuals who are just going to fall out of your life. And this is not meant to hurt you in any way. This is meant in order for you to have no more outside interference. It's really all about you, your higher self, your angels, your guides, and God, in order to really discover who you are. Let go of all of these different past painful experiences. Let go of these self-limited beliefs. Truly discover who you are. Peel back the layers and start having the courage to begin to speak your truth. Start having the courage to become your authentic self, letting go of self-limited beliefs such as having any type of fear of what other individuals think of you, but just being able to express your authentic truth. I highly recommend that as soon as possible, as soon as you're comfortable enough, open up to your higher self, open up to your angels, your guides, and open up to God. Okay, it might seem a little scary at first. It might not seem as though you're ever going to be able to receive any type of communication from them or even feel them around you. But remember this, you have reincarnated many, many times before. Therefore, you've been on the other side. That's how you have to see it. These are spiritual beings that are part of your soul family. And like I say, you've been on the other side before. You've been the one that has been guiding other individuals who are coming forth in a human body. Therefore, don't be afraid and open up to them, because you're going to notice, like I said before, a lot of people are going to drop out of your life, and you will start to feel lonely if you don't open up to your spirit guides, your angels. And not only this, they're going to be able to encourage you, they're going to be able to nurture you, they're going to be able to love you. They're going to be able to show you exactly which path you should be heading down. I have learned as much from reading materials, watching videos, or else from my guides. It's absolutely, it's equal all across the board. It's non-stop learning. I've been able to heal things that I didn't even know that I was meant to heal. I was able to discover certain karmic debts that I had, my ancestral karmic debt. I learned exactly how to release those once and for all, and now start to bring forth a karmic surplus. And if you remotely have any type of resistance as far as speaking to them, if you have a loved one who's passed away, maybe you can start doing a daily journal. And in your daily journal, no matter what emotion is coming forth, write it down. Being spiritual isn't about, oh, I'm happy all the time and I only see everything positive. There's, I never had bad days. No, it's about seeing reality for what it is. It's about experiencing. It's about seeing how are you going to react to these situations, because you're going to notice as your manifestations start coming forth, they're not going to come forth the way that you perceive them to. And oftentimes, certain manifestations are not going to come forth because it just wouldn't serve you the way you think it should. It would actually stop you from aligning yourself on your life purpose. It would stop you from reaching your highest good. Therefore, start looking at your manifestation as far as first and foremost on the inside. Create that inner peace, create that self love, create that self worth, create that excitement, create that happiness, and you're going to see it's going to start to reflect out in your reality. And then, and only then, start manifesting things that are going to help you on the journey that you're on. Because the point of having an awakening, the point of being awakened, isn't to get to the finish line. There is no finish line. To give you an example, right now I might be 2% in my spiritual journey. I still have way more to go than what I've already done. But I'm constantly asking for what I need in order to move forward. And this can be anything. If you're not sure of how am I able to serve, start learning about yourself at the same time, because that's the whole spiritual awakening process of healing, learning about yourself, learning about spirituality, learning about how you should be able to move forward. Start looking into astrology. Just look up your birthday, look up your name, look up that we all go through 9 year cycles in life. Look up what year you're currently on right now. It's going to help you to see, okay, what is coming up. Look up what your spirit animal is. My spirit animal is the wolf, and I've known this ever since I was a young child. I've always been the lone wolf. I've always had to fight battles on my own. And no matter how many times I would fall down, I would get back up. And that's that spirit animal in me that's keeping the drive alive. And you'll see is once you start tapping into all this information, you're going to start to realize that you're much more powerful than you could ever imagine. It's the same thing with your spiritual abilities, your empathic abilities, your psychic abilities. Start practicing on these. Same thing. Let's say you like tarot card reading. Start practicing on them, and you're going to notice you're all of a sudden you're going to be getting deeper insights. You're going to be getting more profound messages as far as how you should move forward. And as far as your spiritual journey, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. On the surface, at times, it will seem like nothing is working out. On the surface, it'll seem like, what's going on? My world is just crumbling. Things are being taken away, and I'm not seeing anything coming forth. Or else your manifestations are not coming forth in the way that you perceive them to come forth. But the truth of the matter is, during this stage, continue feeling gratitude, continuing thanking God, continue thanking your angels and your guides for removing and letting go of something that no longer serves you. Because the God honest truth, if it was up to you, as far as when are you going to let go of this person, when are you going to let go of this situation, when are you going to let go of this job, when are you going to have the courage to finally move, you're going to be dragging this on much longer than it needs to. And by letting go of resistance and now just standing there with your arms wide open saying, thank you, God, may I have another, I'm ready, willing, and able to receive, then you're going to start receiving your manifestation. And once more, it won't be the way that you perceive them to. But guess what? It's going to be allowing you to serve your highest timeline. It's going to get you to the highest timeline, serving your highest purpose. But it's just having faith. And throughout this process, you're going to see that your faith is going to start to grow. Your inner knowing is going to start to grow. Your daily meditations, you're going to start to notice what is coming forth. You're going to have visions. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, that vision is going to come forth. You're going to have other times. I have some times where I'll just be walking, I'll just be doing something. All of a sudden, I get a vision and it happens within 5-10 minutes. But it's just trust in the process. The more faith you have, the more you trust in God and the universe, the better things are going to turn out, because you're no longer resisting. You're no longer letting fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, any of those bottom feeding emotions control you. And love is 100 times more powerful than fear. And trust me when I say that God always comes through in perfect divine timing. I have been tested, and I made the mistake of testing God. And guess what? For 48 hours, He tested me, and I've never felt so much anxiety. I've never been so nervous in my life. So don't try testing Him. Just work with Him and continue asking anytime you need a sign, anytime it is unclear as far as how you should move forward. Ask your angels to deliver a clear cut sign that you're not going to be able to mistake. You're going to know for a fact this is the exact path that you should be taking. And one thing that you're going to notice as you're moving forward on your spiritual journey, you're going to notice that your life is going to become simple. You're going to notice that you're going to be getting rid of all types of dramas, all types of distractions, and you're going to begin to create that inner peace. And what's going to happen when you've done the work on yourself, when you've healed yourself, you've brought forth that self-love, that self-worth, that confidence. You're going to notice that your reality is going to be calm. You're going to notice that individuals are a lot kinder than they used to be. Individuals are much more understanding than they used to be. It's all about that inner work that you do. And just continue to eliminate what no longer serves you, and don't worry about will they come back or not. You have a higher purpose to serve here. There's no point in hanging on to, let's say, a certain individual who's not going to accept who you have become, who is trying to pull you back to who you were. Because the honest truth is the majority of individuals don't want to see their family or their friend members succeed in life. They don't want them to stand out for all the right reasons like you're currently doing. So whatever is motivating you, as far as whatever passion you have, it doesn't matter what it is. Start doing it for yourself. Start doing it from your heart space. Start doing it with the gratification you get just from simply doing what it is that you love. And then you're going to see, as far as money, as far as your physical needs, they are going to be met. You're going to see you will have what you need when you need. And if at some point you're not receiving what you need, example, throughout my awakening, this happened twice for a week. I just didn't have the money to have food. Well, guess what? The first time I resisted. But then I learned, okay, I was supposed to do a water cleanse. I was supposed to do a water cleanse in order to strengthen my connection with my angels and my guides and strengthen my connection with God. And then the second time it happened was to see, was I going to let my ego take over, or was I going to be able to ask for help? Or was I able to ask friends, listen, I have no food for about 3-4 days. Is there any way you guys can help me? Is there anything in your fridge frozen that you could give to me? And that's the thing. Start seeing all these things occurring in your life as lessons that are meant to be learned. And instead of always reacting immediately, take a step back sometimes and just think it over. Analyze it before you quickly react. And at times it can feel like a lonely process. I'm going to be honest with you. It does sometimes feel like a lonely process, because as far as being able to connect with individuals, you'll notice this, most individuals around you will kind of understand certain things. But once you actually start diving deep as far as spirituality, you're going to notice you're going to lose them quickly. Therefore, get online and get into groups of like-minded individuals. And what you're going to notice what you're going to notice is we're all going through the same thing in our own specific way. Right now, all these energies, like these energy reports that I do, it's the whole collective, whether someone is awakened or not, whether they're aware of it or not, whether it's happening at a subconscious level, everyone is feeling these energies and everyone is dealing with them in their own specific way. And that's why, as far as meditation, that's why I love almost every day I'll do one meditation where I'm just connecting with my angels and my guides. And then let's say if I do a second meditation, I'll see, is there any types of blockages that I'm currently having, or do I want to just do a guided meditation as far as envisioning what I want to have come forth. And what's really important is, as all these changes are occurring, as you start to actually feel grateful, once you start to feel blessed for what is coming forth, what has just happened, which manifestation has just come forth, and even sometimes you'll feel blessed for something being taken away. When you get into those high vibrations, take a couple seconds and thank God in the universe, thank your angels, and then close your eyes and envision, what do you need, what do you want to have come forth next. And it's especially true as far as bringing forth your manifestation faster. Stop thinking of it as, what do I have to do in order to deserve this? How am I able to feel worthy? And just realize that as long as you're walking forward, as long as you're progressing on your journey from your heart space, this is not something that you're going to have to earn. This is something that is going to be given to you. Look at it as a prize, or look at it as a tool being given to you in order to keep you maintained down that path. And that's why a lot of individuals, that's why a lot of different situations will just fall out of our lives. It's in order for us to really align with our life path, and especially for a period of time. You're going to notice this, for a period of time, you're going to have absolutely no one to talk to about what you're going through. You're going to be constantly pushing forward on your own, but you're going to see after a while your vibe is going to start to attract your tribe. You will start to attract individuals that are like-minded individuals. You will meet at some point someone from your soul family that's going to help you continue to progress. And remember this spiritual journey isn't just, okay, after 2-3 years I'm awakened and that is it. No, you're constantly diving down that rabbit hole. You're constantly gaining more and more information. I've gained more information since the beginning of my spiritual awakening than literally the first 40 years of my life. Before my awakening, I didn't enjoy reading. Why? Because I wasn't able to find something that I was interested in. And now I'm constantly learning. I'm either learning, practicing, or else moving forward on the path that I should be on. Just know this, no matter which stage your spiritual awakening you're in right now, no matter if you fail or if you're successful, the moment you start moving forward from your heart space, the moment you start trusting your intuition and that guidance above all, above rationally thinking your way forward, even though it might not seem like it, you are going to be picking the highest timeline. It might seem short term. It might seem like, whoa, nothing is working out. But guess what? You're taking a shortcut to your highest timeline. You're going to see that you're going to bounce back. And it's the same thing. I went through a 5-year depression prior to my awakening. Therefore, I had a lot of negative, stagnant energy. Therefore, for about a year and a half, nothing was manifesting. I was trying out every different type of technique you can think of, and nothing was coming forth. But that was just the stagnant negative energy. Then all of a sudden started taking massive leaps. All of a sudden started noticing month after month manifestations were coming forth, and it was really continuing to encourage me to stick to the path that I'm currently on. Why? Because I was moving from my heart space. So trust in the process and use that guidance. Use that guidance and stop doubting the path that you're on. If right now there's anything that you're currently struggling with as far as how to move forward or how to resolve a certain issue, how should you look at a certain situation, comment that down below. I will gladly make a video on whatever your situation is, because like I said before, if you're going through something, I'm going through it in my own specific way. Just like the past week I have not been sleeping well because of the high vibrational frequency that's coming right now. I just feel this really intense energy coming forth, and it's allowing me to see certain things that I totally forgot about as far as things that I need to heal, things I need to let go of. So really, don't resist whatever is coming forth. Allow yourself to purge and begin to realize that you are an infinite spiritual being, and you're going to see all these videos you're watching right now, everything that you're learning is just allowing you to remember who you are, allowing you to remember how powerful of a spiritual being you are. Well, that's going to do it for the video. You guys have an awesome day. I love you guys. Namaste.